Hey everyone, Zach here. We had some issues recording the audio during the making of this episode. I did my best during the editing process to kind of fix that, but if it doesn't come across that well, I'm sorry ahead of time. Regardless, I hope you enjoy this episode of Call of Cthulhu Apocalypse Now. Bienvenue, patrons of the Nothing Venture, Nothing Gained podcast. Tonight, I, Zach, will be your keeper of sanity as we delve into the madness in our game of modern-day Call of Cthulhu. Before we introduce our intrepid and unlucky investigators of this maniacal mystery, I would just like to note that during this series, things will get dark and gruesome. So if you're not a fan of that, there's no shame in turning these episodes off, watching something fun and lighthearted instead. Still here? Good. So if you're ready, then let's begin this series of unfortunate events. Joining me tonight for the continuation of our story is Fabio.
Hello everybody, my name is Fabio and I will be playing Remmy Renard.
When last we left our investigators, it was a new year and the horror of the night at the hospital seemed like a far-off memory. Nikki and Danielle attended a gala held at the hospital to thank the benefactors that helped them throughout the year, while across the city, the newly elected President of the United States was to be meeting with several city officials and then giving a speech to the hundreds, if not thousands, of peaceful gatherers. Here, Remmy and Mike were stationed in case things went south, and Hank showed up delivering some more elite individuals to the event. As the evening continued at the gala, the CEO of Revelations Incorporated, Mr. Lucius Hope, gave an interesting speech. Simultaneously, a riot had just broken out at the Peace March, forcing all high-priority figures to escape along with all of the bystanders as police and civilians collided. It was here that Remmy witnessed the one wreathed in yellow yet again, their hounds barking as tear gas filled the area, and he did his best to stave off the fear. Back at the hospital, Danielle had just been informed that a patient of hers had an accident, wherein upon investigation, she found a bloody and gruesome scene before her. But backtrack, put you back in the moment. You're on that side street just off of where the protest was gathering, the president was, and in the tear gas, the heavy yellow haze, you see the cloaked figure of the one who cursed you late last year, with the sounds of dogs barking and his crooked finger pointing straight at you. I would like you to roll power and intelligence, please.
Okay, I'll just get dice. Give me a second. I'm gonna do a D100, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got an 87. What am I rolling?
Power and intelligence. So 2 rolls.
87 is the first one. That's way over my power.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you said intelligence?
Yes.
I got a 74. My intelligence is 40.
All right. So this is fun. Okay. You're gonna have a little bit more. I'm gonna have a little bit more fun with you today. This is what happens. First, I need you to take D6 of sanity damage, which I have rolled a 3. You're taking 3 sanity damage. Then, as the one wreathed in yellow points at you from the haze, the dogs seem to unleash and start racing towards you. As a quick reminder, these dogs are covered in like pustules and boils and just gnarly in all forms. You know, it looks like their maw actually goes farther back down their jawline than a normal dog would. It's wrong to call them a dog even to begin with, but it's like the most simple, basic shape we can kind of put to this.
Got it. Okay, so question, where I am right now, I'm in like an alley, or I'm still in that area where there's like a bunch of people?
So you're in that side street where you had your ambulance set up and the small tent with your coworkers. Your coworkers seem to have vanished around you. And the crowd of people has started to lessen as they've all kind of escaped past where you're parked. You were parked right off the corner, essentially. Maybe like a store or two down. So I want to say like 50 feet down from the corner, you know? This is inside of that fog where, apart from even the one wreathed in yellow, if you give me a spot hidden, I can let you know if you see more stuff.
Oh, my spot hidden is not too bad. All right, let me try it. 1 second.
I believe in you.
I got a 39. My spot hidden is a 45.
Nice. We've got a success. Okay, so
Yay!
in the haze, you see a few things. You see things floating in the air that don't look like they belong there. Some of them look like they're spherical to a degree, with something like hanging off of them. Could be streamers, could be tentacles, you don't know. It looks like is the word bewinged? No, that's not a word. They are winged in some capacity. You see wings that they don't seem to be moving much, but it still seems to be their like capacity to hover. Because of the haze, you can't make out any definite features of this, and there's a few of these floating in the air. And then on the ground, you see walking almost zombie-like humanoid features. You kind of get the feeling that, just thinking about the last few moments, it could be people who are still struggling to get out of the tear gas. It could be police themselves, in riot gear and everything. But that is what you pick up from that spot.
Got it. So you said the dogs are now coming after me, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, they are barreling towards you.
I'm booking it.
All right.
At this point, like, I see the dogs coming. Like, I look for the nearest exit where I can at least, like, maybe loop around, not bringing the dogs towards people, but at least going away.
Yeah.
I don't know if the alley goes away, but if not, I'm running in the opposite direction of the dogs and trying to find the quickest exit out. Whether I got to kick a door in, whether I got to hop on a fire escape, or whatever it is, I'm just moving.
Mm-hmm. Okay. About, I want to say, like half a block down from where you are, because in the city, these streets go a little bit weirdly long ways across, Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's about half a city block down. There's actually a parking garage, which is the only thing that seems to be like open access to a degree.
Yeah.
So there's that. You remember this specifically from when you drove down the block and parked here.
Okay.
Other than that, there isn't really any alleyways at this point in the city. Everything is pretty densely packed.
Got it. So it's a parking garage. So it's a building people drive into to park, right?
Yes, it goes up, and in this area, this is a parking garage that goes up pretty much several floors, and that's all this building really is. There's no, like, anything on top of it. Give me a... You give me if you want, you can give me an idea roll, which is intelligence again.
Okay, try that. Ooh, that's good. I got a 19. My intelligence is 40.
Perfect. All right, this idea roll. You think there would most likely be like a fire escape at the top of that building, or at least towards the back, so you could get out on the other side of the street.
Got it. So I'm gonna run up. I'm out of breath. I'm just having a moment, but like fear is getting me to move.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm just using all the adrenaline to just start booking it. I'm booking it towards the top. Right. If I see the dogs, like I'm hopping over cars.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just trying to like cut them off and make them go like the longer way. Like I'm zigzagging in between things, trying to hide and juke and get as far up as I possibly can.
Roll me a luck roll.
Ooh. That's good. That's real good. I got a 13.
Nice. All right. Lucky 13. So, there's a few times where these dogs, like, you turn a corner and these dogs are right on your heels. Just, like, trying to nip at you as you, like, slide over a car. And it gets close a few times. Like, it gets scary close. But then you're able to just, like, throw a door open and in order to get up to, like, a stairwell access to the roof. And you just, like, clock one in the face and it collides into the other hound. And you're able to make your way up to the roof at this point.
Gotcha. So I'm just panicking. I was like, can't catch me, bitch. And I'm just running and like, fucking evil ass dogs. Man in this stupid color. I'm just running. I'm like having that moment. It's like, why me? Why fucking me? Why me?
As you reach the edge of the roof where the stairwell is down to the other side of the building, or onto the other street, as you look across the street from there at the building opposite, you see the man in yellow, the one who pointed at you and cursed you so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And with them are more hounds, and they point at you, and these hounds just like separate, going opposite directions from them, and just start like scaling down buildings or just jumping with no fear of falling and getting hurt.
Gotcha. So like I'm watching this happen. I'm like, oh come on, that's not fair. And I'm just like, at this point, like I'm just like trying to find some place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this is the building across from me, right?
Yes.
So there's a building across from me. The guys there.
Yeah.
They're like either jumping across or going down the wall to come up the wall. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Gotcha. So, and I know that there's two behind me, or at least that I closed off in the door, right? Okay. Do I see any other buildings or any other like routes out?
There is give me a spot hidden.
Okay. Nope. I got a 55 and my spot hidden's 45.
Okay, well, it's not so bad. So from this spot on the roof, there's actually not too far of a gap. And I say like not too far of a gap by like maybe about 3 feet between this building and the building directly next to it, which does seem to be at this height, does seem to be like a residential building at that height. And so there's apartments high up, and there is a window slightly cracked. You can see that.
Got it. So I see a window slightly cracked, and it's 3 feet away.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. I'm going to run and dive through the window.
All right.
Or can I open it?
I mean, you might be able to just open it from there.
All right. Let me run up to it and see if I can open it and climb in.
Yeah. All right. Do me a favor and roll basic constitution check. So con check, just to see where you're at physically right now as you do this. You'll be able to do the action. I'm just talking more for endurance.
Nope. I got a 66. My con is 40.
Cool. All right. Well, it's definitely taking a toll on you. You have trained for action, but again, most of the time, the action is very stop and go, not constantly panicking and running and making decisions on the fly like this. Not unless it is a war zone. So you're able to get in this building, and it is someone's like back office. It's like they have like a room in their apartment that they're using as like a work office, and you don't seem to hear anything from the inside of this apartment.
Gotcha. So as soon as I get in, I'm gonna slam the window down behind me. I'm going to lock it, even though I won't do anything, and I'm going to close the blinds. Right. So I'm just like click, lock, close, and just like I won't do shit, but it might buy me a minute or two. And I'm just gonna now I'm like walking through the apartment, and like I'm looking to see and like listening to see if like I hear any people, and I'm looking for like an exit. I'm looking for like a front door. I'm looking for like any way out. But I'm also doing like that look of like, I know I'm in somebody else's house. I need to get out of here before people suspect anything, or I scare the shit out of somebody.
Cool. Can you give me another luck roll?
Ooh, this is good. 3.
Nice. All right, good. I won't fuck you over.
That's
good, but
appreciated.
All right. So you get so you kind of like make your way through the apartment. It does seem quiet. Doesn't sound like anyone's there. It doesn't even look like they have pets or anything. It looks like your standard like living arrangements. It looks like an apartment that someone has been living in. So things are slightly messy, but nothing's like too disorderly.
It looks like a normal apartment.
Yeah, there's a couple of yellow throw pillows on the couch, but that's about it.
I smack them off the couch. No, just knock them on the floor.
And they have, in their living room, they have like a sliding glass door that leads onto a balcony that overlooks like an interior garden of some kind.
Gotcha.
Curtains are slightly drawn for that. But yeah, it looks like it's open and free. You can still hear the hounds barking and wailing outside the window on the roof.
Do I see a front door, or do I see an exit? Okay, so I'm gonna make my way towards the exit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm gonna is the door? I'm assuming the door is closed, correct?
Yes, the door is closed. There's, it's standard lock. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be able to lock it again after leaving, but
I don't know. Maybe it's got like the bottom lock and the deadbolt. So I'll unlock the deadbolt, unlock the bottom, open it. I'm gonna do like a quick little peek in the hallway and just see if there's any people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like see if I hear anything like outside of like the dogs going nuts. If I see no one, right, or I don't hear anything, I'm just gonna lock the door behind me casually and just walk right out.
All right. So the ways to get out of this building, there is an elevator and there are stairs at the far end of the hallway.
Gotcha. I am going to take the stairs.
All right, cool. You've had such good luck with stairs in the past. Why not continue that luck?
I don't like elevators. Fabio doesn't like elevators. So Remmy doesn't like elevators.
Fair enough. All right, so you make your way to the staircase to the stairwell at the far end of the hallway. You're a few stories up, like I said, and it actually gets to the point where you reach a landing that the stairs don't go down any further. And upon inspection of the floor, it looks like it's still residential, but there's no rest of the stairs. Looking out of a window on that landing, it still looks like you have like another story or two to go, but they probably split it up because you do remember like a business being on the bottom, like 2 stores. So
the first floor is probably commercial, second floor is residential.
Yep.
And there's probably like their own little way to get in and out.
Yes.
So on that last landing, like where the steps end, is there a door? Is there like anything that I see that go like in and out?
The only door is the door out of the stairwell into the rest of the residential rooms.
So wait, just so I understand. So it's like an open stairway, right? Or is it a closed stairway? So there's a door on one side and you go down the steps and there's a door on each floor.
So there's a door on each floor.
Okay.
And then, like I said, so it's, if you want to think about it, it's in similar fashion to how the hospital stairwell worked, but it is a residential feel to it. It is not reminiscent in any way, shape, or form of the hospital, other than the fact that it is in design similar of. It's just that
Got it.
Each floor has its own entrance door,
Got it. So on the last floor that I can like now, I'm assuming it's a hallway, and there's just like residential rooms on left and right. Mm-hmm. And then there might be like in the end hall like another window or maybe another stairs, or you said an elevator that I would only have to go down one floor, right? Got it. So I'm gonna go through that last door, close it behind me, right? And I'm just gonna like walk down this hallway to like the end of the hallway, like as far as I can go.
Cool. Can you give me a listen check?
Where is listen? Ooh. All right. Let's see. Nope. I got a 68. My listen is a 25.
All right. Cool. Continue. So you continue on to the end of the hallway, to the other end of the hallway where you remember the elevator doors being, and you get in, and you've had to, there's a special key that emergency services are allowed to insert inside of most buildings that kind of have this special access that allows you to override and use the elevator as if you live there.
Gotcha.
So this key that you carry does work in this elevator to bring you down.
Got it.
Could you roll me luck one more time?
Uno más. Uno más. Let's see. Oh, 23.
All right.
Yo, for my luck, I've rolled a 3, a 13, and a 23.
One day I'll get you with... gadget. One day I'll get you.
You got me on everything else. All my other rolls have been trash.
But luck is the fun one.
Luck is the best side.
Yeah. Okay, well, you make it to the first floor. Doors open, and it's like a foyer. It's like just a random ass like clothing store inside, high end. It's just how the city is.
Yeah.
And then to the left is the entrance to the street access. As you go to leave, you don't hear anything outside. You don't even see like wisps of the yellow haze from the next block over in either direction on this street, even leading back towards where it was.
Do I see people?
That's a good point. Roll me spot hidden.
Okay. Give me a second.
Actually, no. We'll make it a 50-50. Just roll me a D100.
D100. 93.
All right. No.
All right. So I look around like I see no people, right? And I just have like that eerie moment of, when you ever been in a mall that's empty, right? Or like an apartment store that just has no people in it at all? right? There's always like that eeriness that just like you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, and that eeriness is only exacerbated by the fact that you're in New York City and it is quiet.
Exactly.
It's never quiet. And there's no people. There's actually no cars on the street either as you look up and down. Yeah, that's your current situation.
So like I have that moment where I'm just like, this is gonna be corny, but it's quiet. It's too quiet. Right? And I look around and I laugh to myself. I'm just like like when you have that moment of just like, I'm not okay. And I was like,
I'm not okay.
and I'm like, I'm not okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Get out of this. It's
I'm
fine.
not okay.
Right? And I was like, I was just like, oh, my friends would make fun of me if they heard me saying that. It's too quiet. So it's like I'm looking at like the front of this building, front of the department store. So I'm looking out through the glass windows, just trying to see if I see people, trying to see if I see any movement, out there before I even step into the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to like catch my bearings. So like I close my eyes for like a moment, and I'm just like, just breathe, breathe, Remmy. You've been through worse than this. Not demon dogs, but worse. Remember Afghanistan. Remember the shit that you saw. You can get out of this. So I'm just talking to myself at this moment, just trying to calm myself. Just like, you've been through worse. You don't see any insurgents. You don't see any of those crazy, stupid hounds. And I'm like looking like left and right, just trying to find like anything or anyone that I recognize. Right? Like I'm putting my hands on the glass. I'm looking through the window. Right? And like I even yell back through the department store. I'm like, hello? Hello? And I'm just like waiting to see if anyone like responds back.
Dead
Right.
quiet.
And I'm just like, okay. All right. So at this point, like I just try to orient myself. Where am I in relation to what the ambulance is? Like I'm looking for like cross streets and shit that I might recognize and remembering where I park and be like, okay, this is 4th. Okay.
You are about 2 blocks over. Yeah, 2 blocks over and like half a block down. So if you walk a half a block in either direction, you could get to a corner where you could be like, if I beeline it this way and hook a right or a left, there's the ambulance.
Good.
You're really close. You're not that far, but it's still like the fact that you're here. It's really quiet. The haze that was there that you were running from to begin with, the haze that had those weird things in it, is just not there.
Gotcha. So I'm just like, okay, here goes nothing. So I'm gonna like slowly open the department store front door.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm gonna like do a hard look to the left now that I can see fully down the block.
Mm-hmm.
Hard look to the right now I can see down that block, and just even looking across the street. And I'm just gonna like open the door, walk out, right, and just walk slowly so I can like quickly, like you know what I mean. Like I'm doing like that light little jog, not so I make heavy footfalls, but just so I can get to where I'm going quickly, and like be able to listen to anything else that's out in the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, roll me stealth.
Got it. 49. Where the fuck is my stealth? 40.
So close. Okay, no problem. So, also give me a listen check. Then.
Got it. Oh, this one. 42. Wait, my listen. Oh, I was looking at spot hidden. I was looking at the wrong thing. Ah, well. 25 is listen. I got hype. I got hype!
So you start making your way down the block, just kind of carefully walking, keeping, how to walk quietly with your boots on, whatever it is, this is easy. This is stuff they taught you at basic. There's no reason for you to worry about it. So you're heading down the street and you reach the corner where you have to make the decision to either run towards where the ambulance is or book it somewhere else.
Get it. So I see the ambulance, right?
The ambulance would be like literally 2 blocks over, and then did you go left or right? Just so we have a direction.
I'll say I went right.
When you left the department store, you went right? Okay.
Yeah.
So when you get to the end of the block, you would have to hook another right, and it's 2 blocks down and around the corner. So it's not so much that you can see it, but you know the exact street that it is.
Got it. So I'm gonna like move down the first block.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm not sprinting, but I'm definitely like picking up the pace just so I can get to the end of the block. Right. So I'm just like picking up the pace, just trying to get to the end of the block. I'm like running it like not as fast as I can, but like definitely trying to like gain some breath back or put some distance from like the store or anything else. Once I get to like the end of the block, like I want to hug the corner of the block peek around that corner, and then also like scan the other side of the street, seeing if I see any people, seeing if I see any movement or anything like that.
Give me another spot hidden.
Get it.
Roll them bones until you die.
Okay. That is good. I got a 36.
All right, good. So, with your roll, you still, again, you don't see anyone. There's now a, regular looking fog slowly creeping in. At this point, it kind of seems like 3 blocks behind you. And this is kind of like a dense fog where you can't really see past it in any capacity. And then, while you're looking across the street, because you're at the corner, you're kind of just scanning. Across the street from where you're more open, you think you see hounds kind of sniffing around that street, maybe half a block down, trying to find you. You turn your head to kind of look down this street, and you see more of those hounds just kind of going up to doors and maybe trying to sniff you out,
Yeah.
And look like dogs, kind of act like dogs, not dogs.
Got it. So you're saying half a block this to my right, there's the hounds, and then half a block to my left, there's a hound, and I need to go straight.
Yes. Straight ahead, you see about 3 blocks down more of that fog.
So there's fog behind me, there's hounds to my left, and to my right, and there's fog in front of me.
Middle with no one. Yes.
Got it. Cool. From where I am, do I see any cars or anything I can hide behind or move to get across the street? No. So if I go across the street, it's just open street.
Yes.
Got it.
Now,
okay.
With your spot hidden, I'll give you this. The way that the dogs are kind of moving, it seems more like a controlled kind of patrol in a way of they're scanning an area in the way that human would take a route in a circle, just check this spot, check that spot, check this spot, but continuously stopping, looking, giving a few minutes at each spot.
Okay. So are they paused now? Or at least, or do I see so I'm this point, I'm watching them a little bit, so I'm seeing them walk up and pause, right? And then sniff on that, that pause spot, or look around on that pause spot before they go?
Yes.
Right? So in my mind, I'm going to clock it. I'm just okay. So it's if it takes them 10 seconds to sniff before they move on, I'm waiting till the next sniff, and then I'm going to book it across the street as quietly as I can, but as quickly as I can. Right? So I'm just watching this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm counting in my head.
Yeah. All right. Give me a dex roll for this booking it, and it'll count also for stealth. I know you're trying to be as quiet as possible, so that's enough.
Oh, hold up! I need you to see this.
Oh God, he broke his camera.
Oh, I broke it!
I can't see anything.
Wait. Yeah, there we go. Am I back?
Yes, I see you. Hi. Nice. Perfect. You can have picked a better time to roll a 1.
Yo.
You lucky son of a beach. All right. So sitting there, clocking these things, tracing the route. You are almost like a ghost. There's a weird stillness to the air. There's no wind, and this fog is still creeping in, but you're just the next time they stop, and you're actually you switch between the two, and you've actually clocked the 2 closest hounds to you are almost mimicking each other at the same exact time, mirroring. You clock it. The next time that one of them does it, you can make it. They're far enough down, away from this intersection for it to matter to you. So you're able to just gun it to the end of the next block without there being any issues. And as you reach the corner, you see about half a block down your ambulance, and there are no hounds on this block. The fog is at the far end of the block, just past the ambulance. And that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
So I see the ambulance. I'm looking inside. Do I see my crewmates? Do I see the people that came with me?
Nope.
No. So now I'm looking around. I'm looking in the ambulance. I'm even looking under the ambulance. Right. I'm looking at also in the street where I knew that we were helping people and we did the pop tent. I'm looking in the pop tent. I'm just where the fuck is everybody? right? I'm just like moving things around, just like moving or like popping like tent doors open, just trying to look inside and see if I see anyone. I open the back of the ambulance, see if there's anybody in there, right? I run to the radio, like I try to like turn the radio on like a low volume. I'm just like, this is Remy Renard. I'm in the corner of, I don't even know anymore. Is anybody out there? Over. And I'm just like trying to see if I hear anything. I start changing frequencies. I'm just like, this is Remy Renard, ambulance 3251. Is there anybody out there that can hear this recording? Over. And I'm just like waiting.
Oh, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for doing this. You've created the perfect situation, because what you have essentially created is your own spirit box, my friend.
Oh.
And so, with the turning of the dial, as the radio seems to just be in static, every time you turn, the static increases or decreases in volume and pitch, and it's just like continuous static. And you hear in the garbled voice of the one wreathed in yellow the same things you heard several months ago.
All shall see salvation in the end. Revel in death, in madness, and begin life anew.
And you wake up in a cold sweat in your bed.
What? So like eyes bigger. Nope. Like I jump out of bed. At this point, like I pull the covers off of me and I throw them on the floor. Right? Like I'm like, I run to the bathroom. I start splashing like water on my face, and I'm like looking around to make sure like I am where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing like that. Like, is this really my house? Is this really my room? Right? It's like, is stuff real? Like I'm throwing water on my face to make sure like what I'm feeling is real.
Mm-hmm. So roll me an intelligence check again.
That's not bad. 24. My intelligence 40. Okay.
So what you're able to gain from that, you have the stunning realization that everything that you had just been thinking about that you thought was incredibly real was just a dream. Why in the seven hells during a pandemic would the president of the United States make a tour to visit elected officials in major cities when they could just as easily just make a Zoom call or whatever? And the last time like you had to be like on site for like a peace march or protest or something, it was quite a while ago. So it's like, this is like going into the year before, So,
gotcha.
So it must have been just like all the stuff that from, October and all the stress that it kind of gave you afterwards. It finally just like messed with you to such a degree. And you've been having weird dreams over the last few months anyway, but this takes the cake. This was no dream,
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind rolling me two things. Roll me spot, hidden, and luck. Okay. This is a combined roll, so just roll once for the two.
Okay. You got a 27. That's good.
All right, that's good.
Wait, that's for intelligence and luck?
No, spot, hidden, and luck.
Spot hidden is 45. Got that. And luck is 60. Yay!
You are one lucky son of a beach.
Oh, actually, I was looking at the wrong thing. My luck is 63. Haha.
All right. Well, still. So you're able to kind of just like calm yourself down. You just like check over the entirety of your home, checking corners. You look outside. It's still like the middle of the night. It's still a little chilly because it's the end of January at this point. And you hear the sounds of the city while you're there.
What time is it? Like, guesstimate. Like, I'm going to look at the nearest, desk clock or wall clock or my watch, whatever I had to figure out what time it is.
It is roughly like 2:30 in the morning.
Got it. Okay. So I close my eyes and I'm just like, oh God. It's like I can't live like this. Oh God. I'm having a moment. At this point, I just turn on the lights, and I'm just trying to put light in the room at this point, just because now I'm awake. After some bullshit like that, I'm awake. Go into my kitchen, make some tea, pick up my cell. Unless he's probably asleep, but maybe he'll see me in the morning. I'm gonna leave a message or try and call Father Nolan, right? And just I'm letting him know what's up, right? As I'm making some tea, so I'm just gonna call him. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pick up, but if he does pick up, cool.
No, so I'll just give it to you straight. It is 2:30 in the morning. This is not going to answer, but you're able to leave a message for them.
It's I get to the answer machine, Father, hey, this is Remy, Remy Renard. your favorite guy, a tea drinker, just like you. It's happening again, and I, I, I'm having these dreams. They're getting worse. This one I had was so real. I need to talk to you whenever you get a moment, whenever you get a chance. I just need to get this off my mind. Just let me know that things are gonna be okay. I know I'm fine. I'm all right. I'm gonna have some tea. Try and put myself back to sleep. If I can even fucking sleep, but you know. Anyway, call me back. If anything, I'll try and stop by tomorrow. Um, thanks. Bye. Click. Hang up the phone.
All right. So, with your tea, after the phone call, you start to feel a little more at ease. Your heartbeat has calmed down. It's just, you haven't seen hide nor hair of anything like that night except for in your dreams. Like, this is something that you know to be true at this point. And, you calm down enough to feel the tiredness kick back into you, and you're like, you know what, it's, you could probably go back to sleep. It's probably been about like 45 50 minutes, almost an hour,
Yeah.
So just enough to just, make it the last few hours until daybreak. And then luckily, you have the day off, so you can go visit Father Nolan if you so wished during the day. So would you like to go to sleep?
I'm just gonna lie down in my bed, turn the TV on,
Mm-hmm.
right? Nice things.
Yes.
I'm looking for Bob Ross. I'm looking for, even like kid shows or anything, that's just like pleasant. If there's any of those, those late night church shows that they have where they're telling you about like The Secret and, how to think positive. I'm looking for anything like that on TV, just so, that's reinforcing just something positive. So I'm just like flipping through channels, crazy violence, no comedy, not that. Okay, The Secret on DVD, buy it now. Okay, I want to watch that.
Yeah, no, you're easily able to find something relaxing and calming to watch on TV. You're laying there watching, and you're feeling the pull of sleep getting to you, and so keeping the TV on, you kind of just roll over onto your back, letting the blue light fill the room, and your sleep starts to overtake you. And one final luck roll, please.
Yeah. What's up, Betty? I got 5.
Damn, dude. Damn.
Yo, bro, I want you. Oh, let me see. I'm fucking up my camera. Dude, I have 5, 27, 24, 1, and the 36. Yo, my rolls are good.
No. I'm happy for you. All right, it means I can't.
I'm happy for me too.
Yeah, that means I can't fuck with you too bad, but I will fuck with you. All right, so as you're starting to fall asleep, blue light, the soothing noises of whatever you put on the TV, and as you're just like getting into that moment right before REM, where it's perfect peace, clarity, and you're in a zen-like state for just a brief moment. And that moment is quickly interrupted by the TV going static. It's got the snow effect on and everything. And your eyes flash open and you see it across the room, just static on the screen.
So I'm going to look at the screen, right? And I'm just like, I'm take the remote and just try and turn off the TV.
TV is not turning off. It seems like the battery might be dead in the remote.
So I'm gonna pop the batteries out, flip them. You know how you try all the rotations with.
You gotta flip them to the other side, flip them around.
Flip to the other side, bang the bottoms together, put the batteries back in, try and turn it on, off.
Remote's not working.
Smacking it.
Ye old smack the remote trick works every time except this time.
So I'm just gonna walk up to the TV. Just wiping cold out my eye and just like hitting the button on the side of the TV to turn it off.
As you get closer to the TV, throughout the static, you hear one last final line, and it is,
"You have been chosen."
I hear that. I rip the plug out the TV. I pick the TV up and I face it down on the floor.
And as you do that, you turn around, and standing before you is the one wreath in yellow yet again. And they lunge at you, and you black out. The next thing you know, you feel... At first, you just think maybe you just had a continuation of the nightmare from before. It was annoying. It was much. You fell asleep. We're trying to fall asleep listening to pleasant things. It was good. It was wholesome. It was just what you needed after the nightmare. Then you remember seeing that flash of yellow right before you blacked out, just encapsulating you. And you flash awake in a panic, and you're no longer in your bedroom. In fact, you jolt up on a hard, kind of damp floor. There's a slight draft in the room, pipes all around, and in the darkness around you, you can make out 4 other shapes, all humanoid, and 3 of them are already stirred awake, or stirring anyway, around you, kneeling or whatever, and you hear a shriek echo throughout wherever you are.
And I think that's where we're gonna end it for tonight. But until we meet next, just remember, the Sandman comes for the restless and weary.